Recently I've kind of felt like I've been pulled in multiple directions at once. I'm working on a project that's providing specific data related to payments and stuff, and basically this whole thing is owned by me. Don't get me wrong, I love the fact that it's a very visible project with a lot of impact, but a lot of people have started using this data for analytics purposes, and man, I'm getting bombarded with questions left and right and new features I would need to add, etc. So at times it can be a bit stressful, but simultaneously it's a great feeling when people come to you when they have questions. It makes the stuff I'm doing feel like it has purpose, you know. Also, I'm very proud of the fact that I can still see myself growing. Like if I compare my current version to me last year, there's a huge difference, and that wouldn't be possible if I didn't take on more ownership. All in all, this is exactly the type of stuff I need to be doing in order to get to that senior level. So there's pros and cons to this, but this is also one major reason I've been kind of quiet on the YouTube side recently. I still want to take some time for myself, especially as we move more towards the summer. Oh yeah, we're doing a bit of a side quest. I'm helping Casper move again.
Yep, I'm moving every 6 months, so Luke has to be the helper every single time.
Yeah, exactly. How many apartments did you say you've lived in so far?
I think 22, and I'm 24 years old, so quite a few.
So that's like a full-time job almost.
Yeah, and 5 countries as well.
So this is Casper's current apartment. Overall, it's nice. It's like the penthouse of this building or whatever. I was actually thinking of getting this one when Casper moved out. There's a couple of issues where that's not really possible for me. First of all, as you can see here in the greener room, there's this weird pillar type of thing that's kind of blocking his workstation. So if I was to get this apartment, obviously I'd throw my setup here into this corner, but as you can see, this pillar kind of ruins everything. And a second problem with this apartment is that down there's like this terrace area where all the residents of the building can hang out and stuff. So people can literally see into your apartment, and they can even see when Casper is working here. That's why this apartment isn't as nice in real life as it seems on camera. Like the view and everything, it's perfect, and the ceilings are high. Y'all know I'm 6'2", and yeah, this ceiling is high. Today I was working a bit later because I kinda caused a small incident that I needed to fix. Basically I was updating a secret in the AWS Secrets Manager and marked the old secret for deletion in 30 days. So the whole idea here would be that there wouldn't be two similarly named secrets so that other people don't have to figure out which one is the correct one. And the whole reason I even did this is because I was building an integration to another team's service which required fetching their secret, and they had two similarly named secrets, which kinda annoyed me, so I didn't want others facing that same issue with our services. And yeah, the change hadn't fully gone into production yet, and some lambdas started failing because they were trying to fetch the secret that was marked for deletion. Thankfully it wasn't anything I couldn't recover from, as some events went into the DLQs, which I just reran, and there were other ways I managed to resend the rest of the events. So no impact on the users here, thankfully. All in all, a pretty silly mistake. I just didn't realize that fetching a secret would throw if the secret is marked for deletion but not actually deleted yet. And if you want to avoid making noob moves like this, then having a solid foundation programming is crucial. The main problem when starting out is that most learn to code platforms are terrible, which is why I like Scrimba so much. You know, you can watch as many videos as you like, but the way you truly learn is by doing the stuff that you're trying to learn. Basically with Scrimba, every lesson is interactive because the video and the code editor are combined into one. So at any time you can modify and run the code right here in your browser while the lesson is playing, and you can ask for hints too if you're stuck. I've been partnered up with them for a long time because I personally think that the way they have their courses set up is the best way, as I'm a big advocate of learning by doing. Now at the start it can be hard to choose which way to go. You know, there's so many different technologies, languages, frameworks, etc. So they've created these different paths for front-end, full stack, AI engineering, and as the most recent addition they have added the backend path, which is going to teach you everything from getting comfortable with the terminal to web architecture to learning about databases and even security and DevOps related things. So I mean, this gives you a solid foundation to build upon. And you don't even have to take my word for it. They offer so many free resources as well that you can check out before committing to anything to see whether or not you actually like the format. But yeah, I'll leave the links down below where you can get started with your coding journey, as well as some more intermediate courses. And a big thank you to Scrimba for supporting the channel and sponsoring the video. I think one big habit you need to nail if you want to be a good developer is taking extreme ownership. The failure I had yesterday just reminded me of this. There will be times when you mess up, and that's natural, and nobody's expecting you to be perfect, but the way you bounce back from those failures is the most important part. I think it's super important to admit to the failure, fix it, learn from it, and keep it moving. The worst thing you can possibly do is try to hide something or shy away from the problem. That's just gonna make you seem unreliable in the eyes of your teammates. But if you step up and fix the things that broke, people are gonna respect it and they'll know they can count on you even when things go bad. But yeah, today I spent some time in the co-working space to work on the post-mortem document that I'll be presenting to my team on Thursday when we have the office day. Alright, the work week has come to an end. The US markets just opened, so I'm just checking out what's going on here. And in the last vlog, people were actually quite interested in the investment side of things, so I thought let me give you an update on what's been happening. Obviously we've had the war situation going on and stuff, which drove the markets down a lot. And yeah, I was deploying quite a bit of capital during that time. Anyways, here are my stock positions. So this doesn't include my cash or Bitcoin, which both are bigger than any of these positions here. And yeah, my biggest stock holding right now is Meta at 22,000 bucks. I was buying it on the way down, so I bought some at 620, then I bought some at 600. 550, 530 and so on and so forth, but my average for the Meta position is at 587. I could have gotten it a bit lower, but this is whatever, like this is fine. If something like 2022 plays out again and we go lower towards the end of the year, then I'm looking to deploy even more capital into these positions, so I'm actually hoping that the markets go down more. Anyways, then the second biggest position is Microsoft. I added some to my positions from the last vlog, and currently Microsoft is around a $15,000 position. Down a bit, it's being sold off with all the other SaaS stocks. My average price for Microsoft is at $384. Then my third biggest position right now is Amazon. I'm very bullish on Amazon for the long term, and for the first time ever, Amazon's valuation has come down to levels that seem attractive. Their PE isn't crazy anymore and stuff. So I added some Amazon at 209. Obviously it's rallied over 10% from that point. Yeah, I'm hoping that Amazon would go much lower. And yeah, then we have some physical gold as well. You're probably thinking that I'm a boomer or whatever, but gold dropped 10% in a single day. I remember I woke up one day and I opened Twitter and everybody's saying that gold is going to zero, so I had to scoop up an ounce. And I mean, at the end of the day, gold is the apex currency of the world in my opinion. Overall, I like things a lot that have a finite supply or very minimal inflation, and gold and Bitcoin both fall into that category. Obviously they have completely different properties and stuff, but yeah, I like both Bitcoin and gold. And lastly, in the stock portfolio, we have this index fund that basically has, I guess it's like 3,500 different companies at this point. So yeah, this is kind of like an all-world ETF, and I'm treating this as my retirement fund, so I'm trying to add around 3,000 a month into this ETF. So yeah, that's my current stock portfolio. As you can see, it's pretty risky, but I'm young, I have time to make more money throughout my life. And I think for me personally, the risk of not owning these assets is greater versus owning these. I've been coming here for walks my whole life basically. My parents live nearby, and obviously when I was living with them, I would come here pretty much every week, to be honest. And specifically I would sit on that rock right there. And it's crazy seeing all the growth now, years later. Recently I've come to the realization that people come and go. I knew this from elementary school. My best friend ever. We were like tight. We were tight, man. Yeah, he moved away to a whole nother city. And we stopped keeping in touch after that. Of course, we were kids. Back then, we didn't even have social medias. But something similar happened again in high school. You know, I was part of this group of friends or people I thought were my friends. I don't know how it happened, but I kind of got left out. You know, there's nothing that hurts as much as seeing your friends having a group chat without you. I know it sounds silly, but that's like the ultimate we don't mess with you signal. And again, recently, a lot of my friends who used to live in the same buildings as me and stuff have moved out. Obviously, I knew it's not gonna last forever. And it was fun while it lasted. Even though people say that we'll stay in touch and stuff, it's not gonna last. It's not gonna last. People are starting new lives wherever they live in right now, and it's just frustrating to me because every time I think that I find a group of individuals that I could call friends for the rest of my life, something like this happens. And I'm very, very introverted in real life, so it's not easy for me to just go talk to new people. Like, I don't trust people, bro. I don't trust people. And I mean, over the past couple of years, that trust has just went down and down because people here, especially here in Finland, are so opportunistic. Like, I don't want to sound arrogant or nothing, but I'm one of the biggest YouTubers in this entire country. I've been doing TikToks and stuff in Finnish, so people kind of have started knowing my name even here, even though I make these YouTube videos in English. And yeah, a lot of people send me messages and stuff, but it's all just like business related, and it just doesn't feel right to me. And I just want to have some genuine friends, people I could call my friends, bro. It's just so frustrating that I have to start over again. And the thing is that nothing really bad happened. People just go their separate ways. That's just how it goes. This sounds very sad, and I guess it is. I think the main thing I've learned is that this game can get lonely. It truly can get lonely. And that's just a part of life. It's just what it is. Thankfully, over the years, I've grown to enjoy my own company, so it's not the end of the world, but the summer is coming. I would love to do cool stuff with my homies. I don't know, this sunset is putting me on my feelings, man. After the Christmas break, I haven't really played any video games other than Pokemon Fire Red on the Switch 2 when that came out, which by the way is a great game, but I haven't finished it. And today I had some free time, so I wanted to check out the Season 2 on Battlefield 6. I know they released like 2 new maps and stuff, and yeah, I haven't played either. Oh yeah, I don't have PlayStation Plus anymore. This is the state of the economy. I've cancelled my PlayStation Plus. Like, that's how you know it's getting bad out there. Now, jokes aside, I just wasn't using it, so I cancelled it a couple of months back. How do I even renew it? What's going on? Yeah, they're trying to get me to sign up for the annual plan. You know, Sony, I'm not falling for that. I'm not falling for that. Boom, we're ready to game. Let's see if the devs have been updating Battlefield 6. I think the game is overhated. I know they messed up with the launch and everything, like they always do. Also, I know the hustle culture people are gonna hate me for this, but nobody is working 24/7. Of course, there's days when I'm working from the minute I wake up to the minute I go to sleep, and you know, those days are necessary if you wanna achieve your goals fast. Today, I just wanna chill, play some video games, man. Like, I don't know, the more I've grown up, the less urge I have to play video games. And this is like a once a month type of thing for me, which is pretty interesting because I used to have a very bad gaming addiction. That's the biggest video on the channel talking about it. And recently I just haven't had any urge to play video games really. Now I just want to check out what's going on with Battlefield, take some time for myself and enjoy the weekend. Oh, and of course, you know what's going on. I'm eating my beloved Skir bowl as my gaming snack. So a bunch of proteins, some good vitamins from the kiwi, bananas and blueberries and stuff. Now, side questing a bit, we've spawned to a whole nother city called Tampere. It's pretty close to the capital of Finland, Helsinki, like 2 hours away. But we're here on a small staycation. Gonna be working a little bit from here tomorrow, Monday. Wanted to do a quick room tour for y'all. This morning we ran I think a 11-kilometer run, so I'm a bit tired. But the reason we even did the run in the first place was because there's this store nearby, well, 5 kilometers away or so, that sells amazing candies, and they have this big selection of candies. So basically we ran there, got the candies and came back. But yeah, I was thinking to myself, if we can hit 200,000 subscribers by the end of the year, then I'll be giving away the M4 Max, base M5 MacBook Pro, the M5 Air, as well as the MacBook Neo. I know it's a big sub goal, but it's also gonna be a big giveaway. So if you want the chance to win a new MacBook, then subscribe to the channel. Anyways, let's start from the bathroom, because this is kind of crazy. I don't know if y'all have ever seen this before. I haven't, but there's an in-suite sauna in the bathroom. I was using this yesterday and man, it was amazing. I slept like a baby after the sauna. The hotel is called Lapland Hotel, so it has this kind of winterish vibe. Yeah, this is the bathroom. Really nice, honestly, and the lighting here is perfect, so I might be flicking up some IG pics here as well. Moving on, we have the main area. Got a nice little bed. I don't know what's going on with the pillows, but the pillows are amazing. This pillow is like proper heavy duty pillow. And yeah, here's the TV. I don't know what's going on with the TV, but it keeps playing this Viking music type of stuff. I had to mute the whole thing because I didn't know how to turn it off. And it was annoying yesterday. We were trying to play our own music and it kept playing this like Viking-ish music. I don't know how else to explain it. And yeah, we're on the 11th floor, so we got a decent view of the city. I guess this isn't the entire city center. It's more on that side of the building. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the vlog. Thank you for watching all the way to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.